Welcome back to Phasmophobia. If you guys could like, comment, and or subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Anything that you could do for the channel will help me put more back into the channel for you. All that being said, today we're going to continue on with our little challenge here. First two columns are done. Basically, we're just trying to go through and find every single ghost, and once we know we have a ghost that we haven't done before, we're going to go look up their Wikipedia and try to find some of their non-anecdotal information, stuff that's been data mined, stuff that, you know, you wouldn't really be able to guess just by looking at the ghost, especially if the ghost decides to be inconsistent with you. We've done the first two columns. We just had the three ghosts in the last column, so this is going to be pretty difficult. Might be a reason why there hasn't been a video in a couple weeks, basically. We have Phantom, Shade, and Goryo to do. I'm not really going to count the tries to get these anymore. I'm just going to get in here and get them. Let's go ahead, hide that away, get back into the game. To do this, we're doing this, of course, on single player, maxing out all of my items because it's not so much a challenge as it is just gathering information. Then go into tier 2 headgear and incense. Yep, that looks correct. All that stuff is loaded in. We're doing this on professional, so we still get 3 evidence. We get a crisp possession, and we get a decent amount of hiding spaces. I feel like there's another reason too. We're not going for perfect game or anything on these. We're just trying to get in here, get the information, and go. I'm going to use the thermal to hard identify the ghost room. I'm going to use EMF to track it down based off of its throws. And I'm going to take ultraviolet with me, because if I don't, then the ghost is going to touch something and leave ultraviolet. And I'm going to go all the way back out to the truck, grab ultraviolet, come all the way back in. Because this happened so many goddamn times. Anyway, nothing to it but to do it. Let's do this. Alrighty, we got pretty lucky with the Goryo last time. Let's see if we can get, what did we have on here? I'm going to reuse that other intro. We have Shade and Phantom. It's going to be terrible, especially, maybe, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's grab our evidence. Headlight would also be nice. We have Sunny, which is bad, or sunrise, because that means that you will never get freezing or cold breath or coldish temps, unless the ghost has freezing temperatures as an evidence. Brain went dead. I'm trying to listen for everything. Ice bone. Monkey's paw. This could be terrible, isn't it? 16, 17, 13, 17, 16. So the room with the bone happens to be the ghost room? Yes. Ultraviolet. Is that good or bad? That is good for Phantom. Not good for Shade. Alright. Yeah. Room with the bone happens to be the ghost room. I will take it. Somebody might enter. Oh, was it a printer? Doing a pretty huge print and is changing filaments quite often. It makes a loud thud on occasion when it smacks against the wall. So our buttons. Basically, we have, it has to be Phantom. Ghost orbs will be bad. Spirit box will be good. And what's another good one? We'll set up dots, because dots will be good. We want dots, spirit box, and ghost orbs. And learning my lesson from the Goryo, we're going to use a tripod. I turned on that. That's right. Not that it matters. Thing so far, I'll take it. Are you here? Are you close? That's pretty fucking good. Come on, work with me, damn it. Alright, so we have ultraviolet, we have spirit box. That is remarkable. Yeah. So far, no ghost orbs. Couldn't be ghost orbs anyway. You know what happens if it's dots. So it can't be you, and it can't be you. So we need to look out for ghost writing and freezing temps. Alright, let's grab more stuff. I want to grab both the writing books so we can expedite this process. I hit record, yeah, okay. Keep having that. That's a rational fear for anybody who does any kind of content creation. Because when something happens and you didn't hit record and you decide to hit record after something happens, everybody's just like, you faked that shit. I want more dots. More dots. More dots, the more quickly you get dots. I used dots to get the dots. I have way too much energy for 9:30 p.m. Haven't even had. I had a little bit of caffeine today. Believe that Phantom will have a teleporting EMF. It should be EMF 2. I don't really want to sit here in the dark. I want to keep my sanity. Also don't want to sit here and hear that beep 24/7. What do we have? Mimic, Polter, and Phantom so far. Well, no Ghost Orb, so no Mimic. So what else can't it be? Oh, that would mean that no freezing temps then. It's close. And nothing happened. Phantom? I mean, yeah, it can't even be that. So we just need to make sure it's not ghostwriting. Yeah, you're throwing a bunch of stuff around in there. Because the Phantom can teleport to players, but it doesn't have to. It just teleports. I'm pretty sure. We'll find out if it's a Phantom. That'd be killer. Because this is immediately after I did the Goreo video. So to get these guys back to back, and then we just have to eventually get a Shade, that would be amazing. Would also be amazing if it would kick the goddamn writing book. Oh, did you change rooms on me? Just tried to take the temperature with the EMF. You did not change rooms because you're still getting colder. Dots, dots, dots! Oh, I've never gotten this lucky in my life. Okay, I have, and I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, this is... I literally have been trying for the past week to get one of these videos to work at all. I kept getting ghosts that I've already done, and I just got pissed off and stopped making them for like the past 3 or 4 days. This is Monday night, Labor Day. So I work in the morning and I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. It's currently work phone 9:30 p.m. Wonderful. Anyway, my problems aside, yeah, and then I literally decided, you know, I'll give it a good old college try, and the video before this, which I recorded about maybe 5 minutes ago and finished up, was the Goreo. So I got that first try, and now I'm getting Phantom first try, and I am way more excited about this than it probably deserves. Anyway, let's go ahead and pop that up. So far there's no issues too, which is amazing. Phantom. Let's pop over here. Little X. That means we only have one ghost left to do. That is a 1 in 24 chance, literally. Control S that, and now we can just close that window. We can open up this window, which is still on the Goreo tab because, you know, we just did a Goreo. So I can just hit the back button there. I have no idea where the... Oh, there we go. This is all the ads that are throwing me all over the place. So this is phasmophobia.fandom.com/wiki/ghost. I'll put a link to the Phantom specifically on this website in the description below. There's a crap ton of ads on here. I haven't seen any that have been, you know, anything close to not safe for work. It's just I don't want to say it's PG-13, but so far it has been. So we'll go ahead and click Phantom. It's too late at night for this crap. And for these ads. Jesus. Give me a break. A Phantom is a ghost that can possess the living, which it doesn't really do in Phasmophobia, inducing fear into those around it. They are most commonly summoned from Ouija boards. Fancy. I don't think there's any correlation to that in this game. That's an excerpt from the journal. The Phantom is a type of ghost in Phasmophobia. It is known to drain the sanity of those that have sight of it during a manifestation. I think I've heard much about that. Strength. Seeing the ghost nearby during manifestations and hunts drains more sanity. And it also remains invisible for longer periods when hunting. That one I'm very familiar with. The ability is occasionally roams to a random player. I'm pretty sure it teleports. Weakness. Capturing a photo/video of the Phantom renders it temporarily invisible. You will not see the ghost photo in the ghost photo, or the ghost in the ghost photo, which is a clear indication that it is a Phantom or a mimic mimicking a Phantom. Evidence, as we have just seen, is Spirit Box, Ultraviolet, and good old-fashioned dots. When capturing the ability for this, when capturing a photo or a video of a phantom, whether it be in its full form, translucent form, shadow, or dot state, in other words, not mist, and only not mist, the ghost will physically disappear, but remain in its previous state, which is the ghost event. So the ghost event will continue, the ghost just will be invisible during it. So if you're trying to run away from it to preserve your sanity, good luck. Once the capture is successful, and the resulting media will contain no visible ghost and no interference. So you won't have static in a ghost, you'll have plain old room. If the photo was taken during a ghost event, the electronic equipment will also cease to malfunction and the player's heartbeats will stop playing. If the photo was taken during a hunt, the ghost will briefly disappear before continuing to physically flash in and out. That can be hard to spot because the ghost is already barely visible. The Phantom has an ability where it will choose a random player and travel to the location as opposed to regular roam. I don't know what it means. Oh, like it won't just randomly roam. Okay. This will create an EMF level 2. So it doesn't teleport, it does walk. That is interesting. And it'll do that at the location where the roam ended. This behavior is somewhat similar to that of the Banshee and of the Wraith. Unlike Banshees, Phantoms do not select a player to target until they die or leave the game. Wait, what? Phantoms do not select a player to target until they die or leave the game, and do not do this as often, and unlike Wraith, the Phantoms physically walks to that point rather than teleporting, and will set off a motion sensor and disturb Salt along the way. So the Banshee won't give you an EMF level when it does its roam to you, but you'll still see the motion sensors. A Phantom will leave an EMF 2 on the location where the roam ended, and it will set off motion sensors. And a Wraith won't set off motion sensors, but it will leave an EMF 2 because it teleports. Cool. Being within 10 meters of a Phantom while in a pseudo line of sight where heartbeats play reduces the player's sanity by 0.5% per second. This only applies during ghost events and hunts and is separate from passive sanity drain. This does not apply during ghost events if the Phantom was made invisible by taking a photo. Oh, so if you take a photo of the ghost during a ghost event and it disappears, then you don't see it and you don't get that additional drain. That is nice. Hunt. During a hunt, the Phantom flickers and is on average visible for shorter and invisible for longer compared to most other ghosts. It's basically the antithesis or the opposite of the Oni. The Oni is more visible than not. Something like a spirit or any other ghost aside from a Phantom is as visible as it isn't, and the Phantom is less visible than it is. If that makes sense, that's my simplified breakdown of it. So yeah, Phantom compared to standard ghost, the visibility length is 0.08 of a second to 0.3 of a second for a standard ghost. Oh, so it's the same visibility potential, but the invisibility is drastically longer. So it's almost an additional half a second on the lower end to an additional second on the upper end. It can be invisible for up to 2 seconds basically. And the total flicker length can be for about, that much. Cool. Strength and weaknesses, we already went over. These are from the book. Strength, looking at a Phantom will drive your sanity considerably faster. That's probably one of the truer statements I've ever seen from the journal. Weakness, taking a photo of the Phantom will make it temporarily disappear. As again, probably one of the more truer statements I've seen from the journal. Especially for both of those, kind of amazing. Strategies, let's do a Banshee or a Wraith test, and if it looks like it kind of gave you a pass on both of those, then it's probably a Phantom. Cool. I had to pull that up. Yeah, okay, good. I was about to say, you guys weren't just looking at a blank screen this whole time, were you? Awesome. I guess we could try to force it to hunt with the cursed possession, and you guys can see the flickering. That sounds like a thing, right? There we go. Get loaded up with incense. What's up, bro? I'm pretty sure we had the monkey's paw. What can I do to force a hunt with the monkey's paw that will allow me to continue to see? You dick. They sound like the Goryo didn't put the breaker in the basement. wish for sanity. I wish for sanity. What the hell happened? I wish for... Okay, that's working. I wish for sanity. I wish for sanity. I wish to be sane. I wish to see the ghost. Goddamn piece of shit. Oh, that'll definitely do it. Player. Wish to be sane. Other. Wither. I'll go for some snow. Alright, wish for sanity, cut your sanity from whatever it is to 50% and increases your drain speed. And change into weather changes it, I think, at like 20%. Oh, you did your ability on me. Oh, Jesus, look at that. My God, you can't even see it. Literally. What the hell? Oh, God. It's so dangerous when it double backs. Oh, it's the end of the hunt? Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't force it to hunt, so it was a normal one. So I hope that highlighted that well enough. My God, you could not see that guy at all. I guess we'll make sure we have that selected, and we can go ahead and get out of here. If you guys could like, comment, and or subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Anything that you could do for the channel will help me put more back into the channel for you. All of that being said, I will see you all in the next one. Or the last one, technically. Have a good one.
I've got some jobs ready for you.